up, everyone? It is Matty NASCAR with the Chase for Checker show. It is June 1st, so a day late, but we all know it was a very late race last night. I was not going to come out and do a post-race take show. I'm sorry. But we are here to do the post-race take show for Nashville Superspeedway, the Cracker Barrel 400, where we saw Denny Hamlin complete his storyline. Started on the pole due to weather, got his penalty immediately where he jumped the start. What a crazy bonehead move that we just don't see from Denny Hamlin ever. I think I saw somewhere that was maybe his first penalty for a jump start. I don't know if that's factual or not, but it was on the internet, and you can trust everything that's on the internet. So that was just really crazy way to start the race. But he completes the comeback, gets the win after an incredible 5-lap shootout with his teammates Chase Briscoe. Sad face. Wish it was Chase Briscoe in victory lane, but nonetheless. And Christopher Bell, who probably did have the best car, and he said so himself on the post-show that Amazon Prime does. But Denny Hamlin completes the storyline, gets the win, number 62 of his career. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that 63rd win where he ties Kyle Busch or not. It was special when Gordon, I don't remember if it was that he tied or broke Dale's win total, but there was so much time in between where it was just really celebrated. It's probably going to happen this year. Good chance it happens this next week. It'll be very emotional. But anyways, let's talk about a couple more takes. Denny Hamlin, like I said, crazy that he had that penalty. He might be the best at getting penalties. I feel like every week he's got some kind of speeding on pit road or some kind of pit, penalty. Never this. But it feels like he is just the best at everything when it comes to NASCAR. And that includes getting penalties. The other thing that I realized with this race pretty early on, and I think a couple drivers kind of mentioned it going in, it was going to be really hard to pass. And track position was going to be key. And we saw that. We saw that pretty early on. We realized that it was probably going to be easier to pass a kidney stone than to try to pass a race car at Nashville Superspeedway. But we did see a lot of cautions and stuff, so that helped. You had the restarts. You ended up having the pit strategy with like Zane Smith, Ryan Blaney towards the end of the race. And then you had that amazing finish. So it made up for it. It's not what you're going to remember about this race, but I remember thinking early on, especially when I wrote this down in my notes, that this is going to be a hard race to pass, but made up for it a little bit. Something else that I noticed here. This is a season from hell for Connor Zilisch. Now, I do want to say I went to Nashville Superspeedway for the O'Reilly race, my first time there. Definitely recommend it. Shout out to Nashville Superspeedway. It was a great time. The fan zone stuff was great. Just kind of stumbled upon Connor Zilisch being out talking on the Cracker Barrel stage. I don't know if it has an official name or not. And went up there around the time he stopped talking. Got my hat that I just happened to be wearing. Wasn't planned, but it was Connor Zilisch's 88 WeatherTech Junior Nation or Junior Motorsports hat. Got that signed. Got a little fist bump from him. He looks younger in person. It's insane. I felt so old getting a fist bump from Connor Zilisch. But nonetheless, cool guy. Talked to him for just a split second. Wished him luck. It did not work. Because Connor Zilisch, just, man, he's got to be wishing this season was over already. Just one thing after another. Been so bad for him. I forget where he is in points, but I know he's down there, almost at the tail bottom. So, yeah, season to forget for CZ, unfortunately. Does have a couple road courses coming up, but there's a guy that we're going to talk about later who is pretty good there. And I just don't see him getting a win. Oh, CZ. But Another thing that I'll talk about here that I noticed, have you ever heard, like the Pardon My Take guys or other people talking about a really good jersey matchup? You know, the colors of the jerseys, the two opposing teams going against each other. And it's just very visually appealing to watch the, I don't know, the green team and the red team go against each other. I had that moment when I was watching, I don't know what lap it was, but it was Bubba Wallace in that Hardee's 23 car, Denny Hamlin in his blue 11 car, progressive 11 car, and then you had Christopher Bell in his 20 DeWalt yellow car, which is my favorite DeWalt scheme that he has ran, is the one that he's running now, by the way. But as they were battling, it just kind of hit me like, this feels kind of like peak paint scheme like race. There's a lot of really good ones. That Ryan Blaney one was really good, just, you know, thinking right off the top of my head. There's another one I'm missing. Oh, the AJ Allmendinger one was really good. I'm blanking on another one, but I just remember there was a lot of really good ones. But this moment in particular, I was like, I really just am loving seeing all of these paint schemes running together. It just looks really good on the track, under the lights. It was just a really cool moment. Talking about the 16 car, what a bummer. That's another one that just, you gotta hate it for AJ. He's really shown a lot, though, in that Kaulig 16 car with him not having any support. They talk about it a lot. I think he came in and was in the chase so far. He did fall out, lost 3 spots after winning the stage. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, bummer for him. 77 crew. You can't be taken seriously as a real threat if you're going to have pit problems every single race. It's just not going to happen. I like Carson Hocevar. I like Carson Hocevar. I think he is going to continue to be the face of the sport. I think he's just going to keep getting better. NASCAR, I think, loves him, is going to push him to the moon. But the pit crew's got to be better. If you want to be taken seriously as a contender, as good as Spire has started to be, got to be better in the pit. Got to have a more rounded team if you want to be successful. And then talking about teams that are trying to be successful, the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen. Here's a hot take. I think he's a top 10 driver in the sport right now. And I would almost even say top 8. I want to say top 8. I would love to see what he would have done in the Trackhouse cars when Ross Chastain, that year that he won, like 2 or 3 races? What was it? I think it was 3. But when he was like up front all the time, causing trouble to everybody, pissing off Rick Hendrick. Think of how many races SVG would legitimately be a contender in if Trackhouse had that speed this year. I am thoroughly impressed with what SVG has done. Not a hot take. A lot of people are going to be talking about that after his 5th place finish, after him really holding his own on that restart when everybody thought that they were just going to blow past him. My hot take, though, is like I said, I think he's a top 8 driver right now. And I am definitely leaning more towards we're going to see him win an oval race. And I'm starting to realize like how scary it is about how good he's getting this fast. He's going to be a problem. He's already a problem. So, I would love to know, do you think he's a top 8 driver? Where would you rank SVG right now? That's what I want to know. Comment below. Tell me that. Final thing. Actually, before I say that, I want to shout out Todd Gilliland and the Front Row Motorsports guys. I talked about going to Nashville. He did a little promo. I'm gonna just brag on myself a little bit about how I got lucky here at Nashville. He hit a little autographed hat, and just happened to be there at the Love's gas station. Went in, found it, super excited. tweeted, said, hey, I found it. They didn't like it or retweet it or anything, even though they retweeted the other guy who found something. But, you know, whatever. No big deal. Whatever. Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about the hot topic. Did the 3-car wreck the 6-car? A lot of people seem to be siding with no, he didn't. I'm not so sure. Listen, it is no joke that RCR, Austin Dillon, that whole team has went through a lot of stuff the last couple weeks. So is it really that far-fetched to think that Austin Dillon had a little moment of just screw it? I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's not justified. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have lost my cool if I would have been, dealing with all the stress that I'm sure that they're dealing with and all the emotions that they're dealing with. I don't know if anybody's going to bring it up. I don't know if they haven't thought about it. But I think you got to think about it a little bit, because I do think that probably plays into it. I mean, I don't necessarily think that he was trying to completely take him out like he did, but he definitely didn't lift. I don't think. I think they said that he tried to a little bit, but I don't know. I just think I'm leaning more towards there's a good chance he did compared to what it seems like most people are saying where he didn't, because I think there's a lot that goes into it. And that's all I'm going to say. That's another one. Comment below. Let me know. Did the 3-car wreck the 6-car? Did Austin Dillon wreck Brad Keselowski on purpose? You siding with TJ? Do you think TJ's right when he said that he just wrecked him because he was mad at you? I would love to know what you think, because I'm kind of leaning towards he just had a moment of it's all red and just he couldn't hold it anymore. Just bye, Brad. See ya. So that's what I think. Those are my post-race takes. I've said it a couple times, but comment below with what you think about the 3-car and the 6-car. Comment about what you think about SVG. Where would you rank him in as far as the drivers this year? And if there's anything else that you want to comment below talking about my takes that I've had, what are some of your takes? I would love to hear them. Let's talk some car. So, if you don't already, please like and subscribe, share, follow on the other socials, the Twitters, X, whatever the heck it's called anymore. That would be appreciated. And until next time, I will see you. I'll be back for more post-race takes after Michigan. See you guys.